Hey, and welcome back. This is the bonus content where I'll show you how to use the local storage API in HTML5. So when you see local storage in your inspector, it's going to look like this. You have a key and then the value. The value, this will be the JSON string that is consists of your questions and answers from this Angular quiz demo. So let's go ahead and get started. This time we're going to start off with a little bit of code refactoring and revision. So let's go to Sublime and open up first your create file. And first we're going to move some buttons. So let's go ahead and move these. One thing I did is added a plus sign, which you didn't see before, and the minus. So let's go ahead and cut these, paste them over to here. So they'll be next to the answer, and then we're going to create some new buttons for using the HTML5 local storage. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. We're going to keep the class and the ngClick, but they're going to have different names. So first, let's do save. So this is going to be the save button, and this is going to be the load button. And we actually need one more to clear. So add clear, and we're gonna name our functions like this: save questions for load, do load questions, and clear questions. Go ahead and save that. Make sure it appears. So there we go. Of course, it's not going to be functional yet. And next file you want to open is the controller. So go to controller.js. And what we're going to refactor here is this bottom part. What we have here is may or may not be working so well. What I intended it to do is have the tab go directly on the focus, and it's not working because AngularJS loads this as a template. So if you look at the source, that template is not there, and therefore this isn't working. So we'll just get rid of this, and the way we have to get it to work is going to be with timeout. So this part is correct. And then we're gonna do actual JavaScript here, vanilla JavaScript. Get element by ID, and what we called it, if you recall, in play is answer. So when the controller do answer, and the reason we're using the if statement is that if for some reason it doesn't exist, JavaScript would break, but in this case it won't break. And then we're going to do a set timeout. So function with the braces, and once again document get element by ID, answer. And notice we're not using jQuery. This is actually going to be a lot faster instead of using jQuery if you were using a large scale application. So now that and give it time delay of like 200 milliseconds. So now if we reload this, as you can see, the cursor starts blinking. So therefore once the play starts, the cursor will be automatically there, and then you can start typing away. So let's go ahead and return back, and next part we're going to refactor is going to be the app. So open app.js, and with good practice we want to have a separate file for the factory. So cut this part out, save this app.js, and create a new file, and we're going to call it factory.js. Paste, save it, And then one more thing, and you're going to want to include that in the index file. So go ahead, do script type text JavaScript JS factory, and go ahead and save that. Now it reloads, and if you create, you have add, remove, save, load. So since we moved into a separate factory file, we know it's still working because the initial value is displayed. So go ahead on to the next part to add the actual functions for these buttons.